everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. So in today's video, we're going to make a little book, a mini book, only using one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. So you can make it much thicker if you want to by doubling this up, which means taking 2 sheets of paper, but I think one is already good because you've got 6 little pockets here on the top to put your tags, or you could put also maybe a little tea bag or anything else, and you've got another pocket here on the side where you can put another tag, another little note, or you can put pictures. You know what to put into your mini books. I haven't finished this one. I haven't done all the decorations because this video would take ages to make, so I will let you do that. I will just show you a few examples of what you can do inside using some washi tape, using all kinds of embellishments as well, like this one here with a little tag inside. You could also put money and so many more things. It's going to be very easy. So again, the main tools that you will need are a big sheet of paper, a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, a scoring tool. I would highly recommend also using this red tape. You can find these on Amazon in different width, which is very convenient, specifically when you make boxes, because this is a very strong adhesive. I am also going to use a little piece of scrap paper to do the edge here. The color that I've used is probably not the best match, so I'm going to take another piece of paper in something that is going to be pink and put it here on the side. This is optional, but I think it looks better, a bit more professional looking. Some ribbon, as I said, washi tape for decor, and a little bow here. This is really optional. I would also use some chipboard, something that is kind of sturdy to do the front and back cover. So you can cut this out of cereal boxes or any other box of this type. It's nice because it's thin, but it's sturdy. Otherwise, what you can also do if you don't have this kind of chipboard is use thick paper, you double it up, you glue it on itself, and it's going to make something really sturdy, so you don't have to have chipboard. And I think it's going to be it. Oh, and a trimmer or scissors, and scissors, and an X-Acto knife. So first I'm going to take my piece of paper and I'm going to take my scoring tool. I'm going to put this aside. And the measurements are going to be very, very easy. So you put it well here, and you're going to score at 3 inches. Let me show you. I'm going to go, I think I'm too... Yeah, that's going to be better. So you're going to score at 3 inches all the way down, 6 inches, and 9 inches. You're going to turn it, and you're going to repeat this process. 3, 6, and 9. And I'm not using thick paper here. I don't really see the point, but you could. That's over for the scoring part. And now we're going to do a little bit of cutting. And I'm just going to use an X-Acto knife and a ruler. You don't need to do more. So as you can see here, you've got 4 squares on that side, 4 squares down, which makes 16. And we're going to cut from this here, this part here, down. This one we're going to go and cut from that part to that part, and we're going to do the same thing that we did first, cut from this part to that part. So let me show you here. I need to put my paper on that side, it's easier for me. So I'm going to go right to that angle here that makes the 4 squares on my scoring line. For the second one, I'm going to start from the top, and I'm going to stop here. And last one, I'm going to repeat my first cutting line. All right, so I pooped a little bit my cutting. I didn't cut straight, I cut here on an angle, so I had to repeat this step. So this is why the page is not exactly the same. So when you're finished cutting, you're going to end up like this. It's going to look like an M, and now you're going to fold. So when you fold, try to be even, because this is going to have an impact on your final look. You can always afterwards change things a little bit. You can see that I didn't cut it right. There's a little something here. It doesn't really matter. Don't worry too much. but try to make it as nice as possible. And you're done. So you see here, it's not perfectly straight. I've got some pages that are sticking out a little bit. Don't worry if you end up like this. I went a little bit too fast. You will be able to arrange that later if you need to do some cutting. We'll see that further along. Okay, once you have folded your mini books, there is something really important you need to take a look at, is how you're going to glue your pages so that you're going to have enough pockets. Normally on the top, you're going to have 6 pockets, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For that one here in the center, you won't be able to have a pocket facing upwards. You'll have one here facing on the side, okay? So you need to end up having the same design as I have here when you have glued, you have folded everything. And now what is important to see is how you're going to glue your papers. So actually, I thought my video was already running, so I did the first page, but I'm going to do the second with you. So again, this is my top part. You open your book this way. So you should never put any glue on that side, right? So I'm going to open it to the second pages, and this is where I need to put the glue. Again, never on the top. I'm going to put some double-sided glue here, tape, and again, I'm going to use a very strong one, and I'm going to go right up to the edge, and I like to pre-cut some strips of double-sided adhesive here, so it's easier to maneuver, and then put it back here. Okay, for the next page, you're going to have to put your glue here and there. So again, I'm going to do this one with you, and for the others, I will do it off camera because I'm sure you got the gist. And then you'll be able to put your tags in. So there's going to be a little difference of width and depth according to which pocket you're going to put it into, because some of them you won't have that double-sided tape, so your tag is going to be deeper or taller, and then the others is going to be on the right side. So just make sure that your tag is going to fit, and then close it. And you're going to repeat this, and I'll be back. I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll be back when everything is done. So almost all the gluing is done. I have here 2, 4, 6 pockets. Remember this one, you can't put the pocket facing upwards, but only on this side. So what you need to do is put glue only on that part here. That's what I'm going to do right now. And so now I have my pocket here on this side. So I think the easiest way to do it is to first do all your embellishments, because it might go really thick when you put all the tags and the flowers and maybe all kinds of embellishment in here. So for the next steps, it's better to do all your decorations first. I'm just going to give you some ideas. So what you can do is, for example, take a piece of ribbon. I'm going to take more or less the width of my mini book, cut a little piece. Is that going to fit just right? I'm going to use strong adhesive again, and I'm going to put some just in the bottom of my ribbon, right? I'm going to take this away and put it, for example, down here at the bottom of my page, so that if I want to, I can stick a little tag in here and make it look cute as well. So I'm not going to show you all of this because it's going to take ages by the time I need to, you know, look for embellishments and little bows and fabric and all kinds of stuff. This video is going to be too long, so you'll do all the decoration part. I'm just going to give you some little hints that I have used recently. So I made this little tag myself. I can put it here. I want it to, it's a bit too big, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit. And I also think it's going to be too long. So you can make them stick out as much or as little as you wish. Let's say I'm going to put this one here, this one on the side there. I also have this little tag here. I need to make a hole and put some twine, but I think it's going to match really nicely with the paper. This one is glossy. So you can see it's really, really easy to do some embellishments. So before doing the top and back cover, you know what? I don't really like this part here. It doesn't look so straight and nice. So what I want to do is take a piece of paper and cover this part up. But again, do this when you're over with your decorations. I'm going to take the same piece of my cover and I'm going to cut about roughly 3 inches by 3 inches long by about 3 inches large, or maybe 2 inches. It's going to be enough. So I'm going to take my trimmer. How large is this going to be? It's 2 inches. You know what? It's going to be plenty enough. By 3 inches, so it's the exact size of my paper. I'm going to bend it a little bit. I'm going to put some adhesive on both sides here. That'll be enough. You know what? I'm just going to use this one here. There's just a little tiny bit missing. And now I'm going to put this part here kind of in the center and glue this on the sides. Just like so. So here on the seam, it's going to look more professional and really nice. And I can still open my book perfectly, okay? Now for the front and back cover. So for this, you're going to use 2 thick paper. So it can be cardstock, it can be chipboard, something rather thick. That's going to be your base. So these 2 squares are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, which makes 7.5 by 7.5 centimeters. And this paper, I'm going to cover that paper by that paper, is 4 inches by 4, which is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. It needs to be, this doesn't have to be exact. That either you can make it bigger or smaller if you want to. I just want to have some wriggle room to cover it on the back side. So I'm going to put adhesive on my paper here, which is, like I said, quite sturdy. And I'm being generous with the glue. Of course, I'm going to show you just one. You'll do this on both of them. You kind of center it. Okay. Then you're going to snip off the angles here. Don't go straight up to your chipboard. Leave a little gap. All right. Then I'm going to use a stylus. And I think it makes things easier. And I'm going to go straight up to the edge there and mark my fold. And then I'm going to put strong adhesive on all 4 sides and glue it back. Okay, so I'm done with this, and now what I'm going to do is take a little piece of ribbon, because I intend to put the ribbon here to close my mini book, but you can also use any kind of other closures. And I'm going to put strong adhesive on both sides here onto my mini book, and then I'll place it down here. Okay, so I've cut about 35 centimeters of ribbon. I'm going to take the backing here off. Don't put any tape over there in the center. I'm going to roughly see the size I need as a gap. So this is why I told you to fill up this, because depending on how many embellishments you're going to make and how thick it's going to be, this might be a bit thicker, you know, in the middle here. So I'm just going to eyeball it. It doesn't have to be precise. I think I'm going to call it good here. I am going to put now my ribbon just there. That's good. I have put double-sided adhesive already on this side, and I'm going to maybe open it to see better what I'm doing and try to center it as well as I can and glue it down. And I'm going to do the same thing, of course, on the other side here. Right here. Yeah, I think it's not bad at all. it's fine. Look at how nice the theme, the seam is here. I really think the embellishment is really nice. It looks really good when you have it in your hand. It's sturdy, it's not flimsy at all, and this is something I really like. Now, as for my top embellishment, you can really go with any colors. I was in the beginning I was thinking doing something a little different. So maybe I'm going to put this tag here. I don't know what I'm going to put on top, but I wanted to do a bow. So I made another bow, and I think it's going to be good. Is this one fine? I have another smaller bow. You know what? I'm going to call this one much better because the bow is a bit more smaller, and double-sided adhesive here. And I think I am going to call my front cover done. I'm going to raise a little bit my flower. I don't like when everything is totally flat. And there you go. And I will put the sentiment when I will know to whom I'm going to give this to, because I already gave that to Mother's Day last year. And I totally forgot to make a tutorial out of it, but it was really nice. So you can do this also and make it more man-like, men-looking for Father's Day, and put some other photos inside here, family pictures. You could put money in here, whatever you want to put, also tea bags and so on. So there you go. I hope you will enjoy this. Again, if you want to make more pockets, double this up. You take 2 sheets of paper, but it's so easy. If you want to stop and rewind the video to make sure you haven't forgotten any steps, and then you can just make a little bow here. I'm doing the bow off camera because I'm not good at making bows anyway, but I think it's really nice. It's not big. You can leave it open if you want on a desk, and it's so cute. So please give me some thumbs up for this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button, and also share on social medias, on Facebook, Pinterest, and so many more. Thank you so much. Take care and see you soon.